Welcome back to the deep dive. Okay, today we're tackling a bit of a mouthful. The Shu Uemura Essence. Absolute rich, nourishing hair oil and cream.
That name.
Right, let's just call it the Shu Uemura Absolute Rich Oil.
It's a good plan. Saves us some breath.
So, our mission today, we've got this YouTube review, and we want to figure out if this product, this Absolute Rich Oil, actually lives up to the hype and the price tag.
Is it worth it? That's the core question.
Exactly. Is it a real investment for your hair or just expensive?
And actually, before we even get into the formula itself, the source pointed out something interesting right off the bat.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Well, just the fact that you can find it easily on places like Amazon. That's sort of an initial trust signal, you know?
Ah, right. Like it's been vetted enough for mass distribution.
Exactly. It implies certain checks and balances and that a lot of people are already buying it. But for you listening, the question becomes, does that widespread availability maybe dilute the premium feel, or does it just prove it actually works?
Interesting point. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty. The ingredients. The source confirmed the full list is available, which, transparency, that's good.
Always a good sign. Shows they're not hiding much.
But instead of just listing off, like, water and basic stuff, the review zeroed in on what supposedly justifies the cost. We're talking Camellia japonica seed oil.
Tsubaki oil, yeah. That's the star. It's packed with fatty acids, really nourishing stuff. That's likely where a chunk of the cost comes from.
Okay, but let's dig a bit deeper there. What else is in the mix? The source mentioned things like mineral oil and citral alcohol, too.
Right, and mineral oil. Well, that can sometimes make people pause, especially in high-end products, right?
Yeah, definitely raises an eyebrow sometimes.
But here's the interesting part, functionally speaking. In formulas like this, it often acts as a really effective occlusive. It basically creates a barrier.
Okay, so it locks in the good stuff,
Wow.
like that expensive Tsubaki oil.
Precisely. It locks in the conditioners. So it's there more for protection and sealing, not necessarily as the main nourishing ingredient itself. It's playing a supporting role.
Gotcha. That distinction makes sense. So, assuming the formula is sound, aiming for shine now and health later, how practical is it? How do you actually use this stuff?
Oh, it seems super straightforward, actually. The review highlighted 3 main ways, making it quite versatile.
Okay, lay 'em on us.
1, use it on damp hair before you style, kind of like a heat protectant base.
Makes sense. Protects and primes.
2, after you're done styling, smooth it just a tiny, tiny bit through for extra shine and softness.
Okay, the finishing touch.
And 3, just hit those dry ends anytime they need a bit of a hydration boost. Day 2, day 3 hair, whatever.
Nice. So, pretty easy to slide into a routine then.
Seems like it. And this leads us to the results people are actually getting. The feedback.
Right, the verdict from users. What does the source say?
Well, get this. On Amazon, it holds a 4.5 out of 5-star rating, which is pretty amazing for a hair product, honestly.
Wow, okay. 4.5 is high. Is that consistent across different hair types?
Apparently, yes. That was the big takeaway. People with all sorts of hair, curly, super dry, color-treated, you name it, they reported their hair felt like noticeably softer, shinier, much easier to manage.
And crucially,
Without feeling heavy or greasy. That was a big plus mentioned often.
that's always the fear with oils, isn't it? That greasy look.
Totally. Oh, and a little side note from the reviews.
Yeah.
A lot of people really loved the smell, said it was pleasant and lasted, but wasn't, overpowering.
Okay, scent can be a big factor for some people, so mostly glowing reviews then.
Overwhelmingly positive, yes. But we have to talk about the elephant in the room.
Uh-huh. Let me guess. The price.
Bingo. The cost. The source was fair about this. It did mention that some users felt, given how much it costs, they were expecting. Well, maybe miracles.
Like instant dramatic transformation.
Exactly. Not that they thought it was bad, but just that the price set expectations incredibly high, maybe unrealistically high for any single product.
That makes sense. Paying a premium price often comes with premium expectations.
For sure, but even with that caveat, the final synthesis, the overall verdict from the review,
What was it?
still overwhelmingly positive. Most users felt it was worth the splurge.
Interesting. Why? What was the justification?
Because of how their hair looked and felt over time. It delivered consistently on the core promises. Nourishment, softness, shine, heat protection. Especially good, it seems, for people really struggling with dry, thick, or damaged hair.
So the takeaway is it's legit, high quality, does what it says, but yeah, it costs a pretty penny.
That sums it up pretty well. It seems to deliver quality, backed by those specific ingredients like the Tsubaki oil, and most users are happy despite the price.
Okay.
Which brings us to a final thought, something for you to chew on maybe, given that even a few people expected more dramatic, almost instant results for that kind of money. It raises a bigger question, doesn't it? When you're looking at high-end products like this, are you investing in incremental, long-term hair health, that slow, steady improvement? Or is the underlying expectation always for some kind of immediate wow factor transformation?
Health versus transformation.
Mhm.
That's a really good point to consider next time you're browsing those expensive beauty aisles.
Definitely something to think about for your own routine.